Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys may already know, I'm in a long distance relationship, which means I travel pretty frequently. And in this video, I decided to share all my travel hacks and tips so as to make your life easier and way cheaper when you travel. Alright, let's get right into it. The first tip is to download the Airline app. Personally, I travel a lot with Air Canada and I always use its app. And the app is very handy because it allows you to get its flight status, whether it's on time or delayed, so make sure you have that. Another reason is for online check-in. Also, very important, in the app you will have access to your boarding pass. This was my most recent trips and I have my boarding pass just here. Another great advantage is that once you have the app, it will show up as a notification when it's like 2 hours before boarding, and it will just show up as a notification on your lock screen. So you just click on it and without Wi-Fi, it's gonna be there, boom. But if you're paranoid like me, you can also take a screenshot of that boarding pass and it will be in your pictures just as a backup. Number 2 is to always check in 24 hours prior to your flight. And you can do that on the app. And the reason for that is that airlines overbook their flights. People do not know this, but airline always wants to make money. And sometimes a lot of people cancel on their flights or just don't show up. So for these kind of reasons, they always overbook their flights to make sure that the seats are filled. Another reason why is because when you check in online, you have the possibility of choosing your seats. So instead of getting crammed in a middle seat, you can get an aisle seat or a window seat way easier if you check in 24 hours prior to your flight. Another advice I can give is to always pre-schedule your Uber if you use Uber. Why I do this is because I always fly early in the morning to go see Ashish. And by pre-scheduling, you are always sure that your Uber driver will come on time and you will not miss your flight. Another thing is to set flight alerts so that you know when it's the cheapest flights. For Flight Hub, it's always on Tuesdays that you will get the most discounted air tickets. So many people made that mistake of booking flights 6 months earlier in hope that it's gonna be cheaper. I made that mistake too and I learned it the hard way. So this is why now I always book my flights 1 month or 1.5 months earlier. In that way, I know I will get the cheapest price, and flight alerts really help me with that. There's a way to get your carry-on for free, and this is tip number 5. Canadian airlines like Air Canada or WestJet always have an announcement before you board in, and it's to volunteer who wants to give their carry-on so that there's more space for everyone. And by volunteering, you may easily get it checked in and it does not cost anything. They will do it for you for free. So if you want to travel light, you can always use that option. For your carry-on, I suggest you get a hard shell one like this and a 4-wheeled one so that it's easier to roll. And also when it's hard shell, it will be easier to fit in the overhead compartment and it will not get a weird shape even if you overstuff it a little bit. Number 7 is to get bags or suitcases that are eye-catchy. And in this way, when you, especially for international flights, after you go through immigration, when you will go collect your luggage, you will easily spot it and you will not miss it because there will be a lot of people. And also, I pray it doesn't happen to you, but if it gets lost, it's way easier to describe a suitcase that's very eye-catchy than a regular black suitcase. Number 8, I will recommend that you always have a copy of your passport if you're flying internationally, and if you're just going through a domestic flight just to another province, to always have your government ID, because if you're flying locally to another province, you don't need your passport. So it's always better to have a copy of those identification. Number 9 is so important, is to let your bank know if you're traveling abroad, because they might think that someone stole your card and has gone to France and is using your credit card, and they're gonna block it and you will be out there without any credit card or money. So it's always better to inform the bank when you're traveling so that the credit cards do not get blocked. Number 10 is to have your essentials in your carry-on, because you do not know if your suitcases that you checked in are gonna get there at the same time as you, or especially if you have layovers, there's a chance that they're gonna get misplaced and you're gonna get them a few days after. So please have your essentials in your carry-on. Number 11 is to have your jet lag pills or painkillers or even sleeping pills when you travel, especially when you're traveling to another place where there's gonna be a time difference or a huge difference in the time zones. These pills will be your best friend. It will help you sleep on the flight or avoid any kind of jet lags or pains. So please get your pills in your carry-on. This one's pretty basic, but as you know, there's no Wi-Fi on the plane, and if there is, it's very slow or you will have to pay for it. So always download your shows, your music, so that you have an enjoyable flight. Number 13 is so important, and it is your connector or your adapter. If, for example, I'm flying from Canada to Mauritius, my transit will be in France or UK. So I need that connector in order to charge my phone, to plug in my hair straightener, or any other devices, because otherwise it's gonna blow up or mess up my stuff. So please don't forget your connector. Did you know you could get 2 vacations at a time? No? Let me tell you how. If you have a long layover, for example, from Canada to Mauritius, you're either gonna go through London or through Paris. So you can easily stay there one night, explore the city, do your layover, and then get the stamp in your passport. That way, you get 2 vacations at once. Thank me later. Another travel hack is to fly on weekdays. This will save you a lot of money because traveling on weekends can be very expensive. These were my top 15 hacks for traveling and my top tips for traveling. I have way more, but I had to condense these for this video. If you want a part 2, please comment down below and I'll do a part 2 for you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Hasta luego. Bye bye.